Welcome in the new Masters podcast episode. Today we will be discussing with my colleague the key features and the key differences between Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations and Business Central. My name is Irina Rizinska. I work as a solution architect for Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations at Axapta Masters, and I have more than 10 years experience in the Dynamics world. And my colleague Nikola, he will introduce himself.
Hello, I'm Nikola Kalushoski. I'm working as functional consultant at Axapta Masters. My experience is also in Business Central and CRM applications, so we can start.
Cool. Well, maybe we can start first checking out and seeing how Dynamics 365 solutions can streamline the operations of a business and can, let's say, drive growth for the businesses.
Yes, we can start with that. Microsoft, when we are talking about ERP systems, we are talking about solutions of Microsoft, like Business Central or Dynamics 365 Finance Operations. Microsoft ERP solutions help businesses to streamline operations and to drive growth with integrating ERP solutions and CRM solutions into one
Platform.
single cloud-based platform. In today's digital landscape, businesses must operate with agility, efficiency, and data-driven decision making. So today the ERP systems are a necessity, and they're not a luxury anymore for the companies. So if they want to stay competitive on the market, the ERP systems integrates core functions like finance, supply chain, sales, or customer service into one single platform. With that, they are eliminating silos and optimizing efficiency of the businesses. Also the real data and real-time data and analytics, they are improving the efficiency of the decision making of the companies. Now let's start with the ERP system and implementing of the ERP systems. We are enhancing the operational efficiency of the companies. How we do that? We are with the automation of the jobs, we are minimizing the manual tasks. We are minimizing the errors that are making, and we are boosting the productivity of the employees. And using the AI and predictive analytics, we are trying to do the better decision-making process of the company. And with the centralized data of the system, with including the finance, the operations, and the customer data, they are all in one place. We are trying to share that data across all the departments of the company. Another improvement and key benefit of the implementing the ERP system is improved customer engagement. With using the omnichannel support, means that the customer can interact with the businesses through the various platforms like social media, phones, emails, etc., while maintaining the consistent communication journey. Also, the integration of the sales and marketing integration, we are doing the efforts for better lead nurturing and conversion into opportunities and sales there. We can also tell that the ERP systems are very scalable and flexible solutions, and they can easily adapt to the needs of the growing businesses or even larger enterprises. So we are seeing that there are modular applications, and the business can start using them, and then we can scale them as the growth of the business. Also, cloud-based deployments are very important. So this means that we can enable remote access seamless updates and reduce the IT costs overhead of the projects. They are Power BI integration, or they are connected with Microsoft 365 ecosystem. So it's easily to connect all these things to these ERP systems. We have also better financial and supply chain management. What does this mean? This means that the real-time financial analytics helps to optimize budgets, forecastings, and cash flow. We have also supply chain optimization with inventory management and procurement and using and logistics, all that with using the AI-driven technologies. Also, manufacturing and operations are included in these ERP systems with production planning or warehouse management. And at the end, we can talk about the security and compliance of these systems, because there are built-in robust security features that ensure compliance and data protection of the data
in the system.
Yes.
What you just stated actually applies to both ERP solutions that Microsoft offers in its platform, let's say, Business Central and Finance and Operations as well.
Yes, this I was talking about ERP systems, and I said ERP system is also applicable for Business Central and for Microsoft D365 Finance and Operations. But we can talk now about the differences of the F&O and Business Central system.
Well, since the both of us are working in the two different worlds, so you're in Business Central, I am in Finance and Operation, then maybe we can start with some general differences on the highest level between the two systems, and then we can proceed into more details. Maybe I can defend the F&O, Finance and Operations side, and you can talk more about Business Central. According to what we have, let's say, analyzed and seen until now, since Axapta Masters is working with both ERP solutions, we have teams that are working implementations with both ERP solutions. The main differences are, first of all, in the manner of the target audience and the business size. So in general, let's say, Business Central is more applicable to small and medium level of companies, which have simpler processes, let's say, while Finance and Operations is more oriented to companies which are enterprise level or global companies. Secondly, the difference is in the features themselves. Yes, you mentioned that, let's say, in Finance and Operations and in Business Central, we both have finance modules, we have supply chain modules, but the level of complexity of the modules themselves and the level of complexity of features they cover is different, meaning that in Business Central we have more the basic or mid-level complexity of some of the modules, while in Dynamics Finance and Operations we have, let's say, the more complex scenarios of supply chain and of finance as well. Another main difference is, of course, the licensing, which is much simpler when we're talking about Business Central, and it's let's say more flexible for smaller companies, because they can start purchasing from one license until the number of licenses they need in cloud, while for Finance and Operations there is some kind of limitation of minimum licenses, since the solution is really oriented to global enterprises, which by nature have, of course, more users that will later use the ERP solution. So that would be also an important difference. And I think we have both seen with the teams that we work that the length and the complexity of the implementation itself differs quite a bit, meaning that for Business Central, maybe the implementation takes shorter period of time and maybe a smaller number of people in the team, while for Finance and Operations, we usually see a longer implementation time, and we see, of course, bigger teams, both from our side as a partner who is implementing and from the customer side as well. So that would be, let's say, some summary of the key differences. But I think the goal of this episode would be to go into more details now and to see what actually differs the two solutions. So would you like to start with Business Central
Yes,
and some
why
of the key features that makes it different compared to finance and operation?
Yes, maybe the key features for Business Central, the setup as a ERP system. It is the main one is because it is one in all business solution. So it unifies Business Central unifies the finance, sales, purchasing, inventory, projects, and operations in one unified platform without need of having multiple disconnected systems. Also, financial management. It means that it can easily manage financial tasks such as general ledger, accounts payable, accounts receivable, or budgeting and cash flow forecasting. With the multi currency and multi language support, it can easily operate global financial operations. Inventory and supply chain management is also a feature, one of the key features for Business Central. That means that streamline inventory tracking, managing purchase orders, and optimizing the warehouse operations are also included in Business Central. And with the support of it also can handle multi-location inventory management and procurement automation. Integration with sales and customer relation and CRM systems are also one of the key features for Business Central. That means that the sales processes can easily manage leads, track interactions, and also handle service requests. Also, another feature like I can mention is projects. It can easily track the project costs, managing the project tasks, and also to allocate resources effectively in the system. So we can have a clear overview of one process and gain the project profitability analysis for the project that we are working on.
So that makes it suitable for professional service companies.
Of course, yes. It's a nice ERP solution for professional services or for construction business, because it's also they can manage separate projects for buildings or etc. Also, one of the key features is financial and supply chain. It's manufacturing and production management. Mm-hmm. This means that we can easily plan production orders, and we can managing BOMs, or we can optimize the capacity planning. The integration with the Microsoft ecosystem is also a good feature for this platform, because it has a native integration with Outlook, Teams, or with Excel. It also be integrated with Power BI, Power Apps, or Power Automate. We can say also for Business Central that is very user-friendly and it's customizable, because it has very modern interface, and it's easy to use, more easier than the F&O platform, and it has flexible workflows and
it's cloud-based by default,
of
but
course.
also on-premise available.
Yes, it's also available on-premise. And the security features are also built in. We have role-based security.
Okay.
There is built-in features for GDPR compliance. And we have automatic updates and reliability of the cloud-based platform.
Cool. Maybe I can refer to some of the features that you mentioned and how they look in finance and operation world, and then we can continue with some other aspects like CRM integration in both solutions. I mentioned that In general, everything that you have stated, it's available in both ERP solutions, but the level of complexity of the features is a little bit different. So if we are talking about finance and operations, let's say the financial management aspect that you mentioned, or the modules that are covering accounting and financial management overall, offer more complexity because except multi-currency and multi-language, they also offer the functionality of multi-company in finance and operation, which means that a global company which has a subsidiaries in multiple countries around the world can easily have those countries under one ERP solution, finance and operation. They can work in their local currency, they can work in their local language, and on top of that, the system can offer some advanced financial reporting and financial consolidation of the numbers, actually automatic consolidation of the numbers, so that on a group level, the management can have the true numbers of the company. That is an important aspect of the financial management. Also, there are a lot of automations using AI now done in finance and operations as well. For example, year-end closing is automated because AI helps out with the tasks that need to be done, and certain other aspects as well from finance and operations. What is also interesting, it's the bank reconciliation feature as well, which is part of finance, where the system offers multiple bank accounts in multiple currencies, which can be, let's say, connected automatically with automatically imported bank statements from various banks, which can get into the systems. And then, of course, a lot of matching rules can help out the user so that the bank statement is, let's say, posted or pre-posted. The compliance with the tax regulations as well. Dynamics Finance and Operations has a lot of, let's say, localizations available from multiple countries. I think maybe more than 170 countries around the world. And those localizations on top can be even in more details customized or adjusted according to the specific customer needs, because Dynamics Finance and Operation has a powerful globalization studio embedded inside, which helps the users to use the localization packages available, but on top of that, to do some kind of additional, let's say, work if needed. And the partners, of course, can help in that aspect. That is also quite, let's say, important thing for global companies, because the global company wants to purchase an ERP solution that will roll out in the whole world, but still have the local characteristics and be compliant with the local law and legislation. On the other hand, about the supply chain management, I think that there are also quite some differences between Business Central and Finance and Operations. Both can cover and can satisfy the need of distribution companies, let's say, but Finance and Operations, it's more oriented to covering not only simple supply chains, but also bigger, more complex and international supply chains. Meaning that it can cover the full process from the goods being taken from the vendor, traveling during the transit time, covering it with a special module that is embedded in Finance and Operation, receiving them on site, moving them between the warehouses, and of course later, if needed, transporting and distributing it to the customer. According to, let's say, if we compare actually the warehouse management, which is part of the supply chain, I know there is some kind of basic warehouse management in Business Central, while in Finance and Operation, it's more advanced warehouse management, which covers working with mobile devices, RFID technology, which helps, of course, to automate the processes in the warehouse itself and to help out the workers there. So that makes it quite a big difference, because if in Business Central we would like some advanced warehouse management options, then I think we cannot use the native things, but we should look for a third-party solution. While in Finance and Operations, if the company is in a need for that kind of level of complexity or advanced level of warehouse management, then that is already part of the module that is in Finance and Operations. So this pretty much differs the two solutions. On top of that, now if we're talking about warehouse management, of course, inventory management needs to be mentioned as well. Finance and operations offers more, let's say, advanced and more automated replenishment inventory strategies that can be used into the system. Starting from, let's say, demand planning. I think that maybe the both solution offers some kind of demand planning, but the main difference is that in finance and operation, it's not only driven by the historical data, but also it's driven using the machine learning. So a predictable models can be used to upfront plan the demand. MRP, I think that it's available, master resource planning, it's available in both solutions, but in F&O provides, let's say, more combinations that can be used and more advanced configurations, so that it's more flexible for the company. And yeah, I think that multi-site, multi-warehouse, multi-locations, it's what makes finance and operation more applicable for complex supply chains compared to Business Central. The production, I think that is an important part as well that we should mention in the supply chain. In the production aspect, in finance and operations, so we can implement and track discrete, lean, and process manufacturing. While in Business Central, I think only basic discrete manufacturing is what the system can
Light
offer.
manufacturing.
Yes, what the system can offer out of the box, as we say. In finance and operation, the production or the manufacturing module itself offers more resource scheduling functionalities, more resource capability and capacity planning inside of the system. And all of them together with the planning modules, of course, help to streamline both the procurement, the production, and the distribution of the goods that the company is offering. When I mentioned procurement, there is also important aspect that differs the two solutions, meaning that in finance and operations, we have the possibility for something that is called supplier portal or vendor collaboration portal in the past, it was called, which offers even to an external users, like suppliers, some access to the ERP solution, or of course, a level that is agreed with security roles, and that way the supplier can interact directly with the users from finance and operation, meaning that the supplier can submit a bid. In a bidding process, the supplier can confirm a purchase order, the supplier can, let's say, confirm other documents or changes on the purchase order, and that can be seen in real time into a finance and operation. So that would be like the main difference between financial management and supply chain management in the two solutions. Do you think we can compare how the CRM, customer relationship management?
Yes, why not? Business Central includes the lightweight CRM functionalities built in the platform. So this making it easy for SMBs, for small and medium-sized business, to manage customer relations without integrating a separate ERP solution. How the Business Central integrates the CRM functionalities? It is done with the customer management. It can track and manages the customer contact informations. We can track the interaction history, and we can also account details in one place we can store. It is also can be tracked the communication history and the sales activities in one place directly in the ERP system. With the sales management, it can easily, the teams can easily create and manage sales quotes, sales orders, sales invoices, and returns easily directly in the ERP solution. And they can also have the clear overview of the sales pipeline and open opportunities, for example. Then we have the opportunity managements that easily can track leads and opportunities, assign tasks, and manage and can monitor the progress. Also supports the forecasts and the sales performance analysis. With the customer service, it's easily can be track the service agreements. We can support tickets and the warranty information about the service requests or the service orders. It can easily be integrated with the marketing model or the sales model as the separate CRM applications. But that is if the business need that for more advanced features. It can also be tracked campaigns, email campaigns. But there is let's mention integrated Microsoft solutions or other tools from the Microsoft ecosystems like Outlook or Teams or Excel. That is, for example, the users can open orders or can open quotes directly from the Outlook, or also they can read or write emails, and at the same time they can view the customer data of the clients. And why are all these features very important for small businesses? Because these are all in one solution. We have only one system and one ERP solution. So we can say that the Business Central combines the ERP and the CRM functionalities into the one platform with no other integration of the CRM applications, for example. This is also very cost effective because there is no need of engaging more licensing or buying more licenses, and so that we are saying that we can reduce the overall IT costs of the project or the implementation. This is also, we can say that there is a simplified data management. The data is like customer sales or financial data, it's all in one place. So with all that, we can say that we can improve the customer experience. A quick access of the data is very crucial. So for personalized services and for increasing the productivity of the sales teams, because they are saving time with that. The data is stored in one place and they can quick access of the data. And at the end, it can be scalable growth of this. As the business grows, it can easily be integrated in other CRM applications like Microsoft.
Scale.
Yes, so they can, as the business growth, it can scale to the needs of the business.
Yeah. Well, that makes it quite different than compared to finance and operation. Since in finance and operation, there is no embedded, as you said, CRM tool inside of the ERP solution. The idea is more for finance and operation to be ERP specialized software, but it has options how to get that CRM part, which is usually missing if the company has heavy sales processes or pre-sales processes. So the first option is, of course, to go with some of the native integrations that finance and operation has with the D365 platform or the ecosystem, where we have the customer engagement products, and those are, of course, natively integrated with finance and operations. So if needed, the customer can choose from sales module, customer service module, yes, and field services module. And those, of course, use the same type of data sets. The integration is already predefined. The costs for connecting the two systems or the two services is, of course, lower. But if we're talking about other CRM solutions, not from the Microsoft ecosystem, then there is an option to use the Power Platforms for some kind of integration, meaning to use Power Automate for building custom flows between the CRM system and finance and operations, or to use the Power Apps to build custom CRM application that the customer can use, and of course integrate it with finance and operations. And on top of that is the Power BI, who can of course drag the data from all sources and combine it into single reports or dashboards. And the third option is of course to use common data model or EDI integration services, or Azure and middleware to build a full middleware between the CRM solution and the finance and operation ERP solution. So that would be how CRM needs can be solved in one implementation using finance and operations. So with all said,
we said a lot of things here.
Definitely. With all said, what should we summarize and conclude now as a message with the
Yes, let's make a summary why to choose Business Central or F&O. I think that the main reason for choosing Business Central is the business, is it small or medium size. Why to choose Business Central is the company size. It is suitable for small and mid-size businesses. If you want a fast and cost-effective ERP implementation, it's very cost-effective. So if the company has standard or more medium complex processes, because for large companies and complex processes, I know that F&O is suitable more than Business Central. And if the company needs integration with other Microsoft ecosystem and solutions, it can be very, very, very easy to make these connections.
To make the connection, yeah. On the other hand, complex businesses and multinational companies, the enterprise level companies, should definitely go with finance and operations, since all the features and all the aspects how the ERP is built apply to that kind of companies. Customizations are of course always possible, and it's highly customizable finance and operations as well for specific needs. Yeah, if we're talking about multinational implementation where we need multi-language, multi-country, multi-entity, then it should be finance and operations. Okay, that was all for today. Thanks for tuning in this Masters podcast episode, and thank you, Nikola.
Yeah, thank you, Irina, and see you.